Yeah, we experiment with that today. We wanted to see how it looked. He's obviously been playing well and he's been producing a lot. So he has the shot over there in the elbow. It frees up a couple of other things for us as well in that first unit with David. Teams have been doing a good job of taking him away in certain areas. So, like I said, we're going to try different things as we move forward with everything. We're going to try to tweak some things here and there if we feel it can improve our team and help our team.
The news yesterday that Hammers is probably not going to be back, and we don't know about Charlie. Obviously, you want those guys in the lineup, but does having a little bit of certainty there, kind of settle things down, and you're not waiting on anybody yet?
I think, yeah, I said that the other day, the 7D that we have here right now, that's the focus. We know where we're at with the other guys now, and it's up to us as a group. Everybody has to step up and take on a little bit more, which is a good thing at the end of the day, right? You get to see and you get to evaluate and see how players respond when they get more of an opportunity, and that's what it is, right? It's an opportunity for some other guys here right now, and we've played without Lindy for a while now. We've played without McAvoy at times, but we're confident in the group that we have back there. We all have to help out, though. I said that too before, Steve. We need everybody right now. It's incumbent upon us that our whole group, forwards, D, that we're doing our job out there to make it easier on everyone right now.
Joe, whenever you say we will try everything or experimentations internally, or there's some thoughts like, hey, we need to prove this is a team that's worth adding to here in the next week and a half?
Well, yeah, our focus has always been, the now. Like we're in it right now here, so we have a competitive group here. Our guys, we have some players that have played a lot of playoff hockey here in the past, and our goals. We have goals within ourselves right here as far as how we want to play moving forward here. So we'll dictate that on how we play here in the next little while. But we have a big game tomorrow. That's our focus right now. It's a divisional game. Like when you look, we're 1 point out of a playoff spot right now. Teams that had games in hand on us are suddenly caught up to us now. So those teams that were 3 or 4 games behind us, now they're 1 game behind us. And so I think we need to embrace the situation that we're in as far as playing meaningful games right now. And that's our goal right now, is just focus on that game tomorrow, and then we'll get ready for that next one.
What is the challenge the Maple Leafs present?
Well, they have a few different challenges, but they've played well for the majority of the year. They've been pretty consistent in their game. They're a strong forechecking team, so we're going to have to execute our breakouts well against them tomorrow night. We got to be able to handle their pressure. Their power play, I don't know where it stands in the league off the top of my head, but you don't want to be in the penalty box too much against them. You want to make sure you play a disciplined game. But I think that anytime we play Toronto, Sometimes you can throw out a lot of the X's and O's. It's more about the emotion of the game and the competitiveness and the sense of urgency.
Don mentioned yesterday just what the organization's planning on doing around the deadline. For you as the coach, you mentioned that there could be established players that get moved. What do you do to kind of keep their focus just on playing and not distract them what could happen over the next week and a half or so? What is your job as a coach?
I don't really have. I think that we have a group here that understands, where we're at. We have veteran players that have been around a long time. So, again, I have discussions with players all the time, and it's not necessarily about that. We're always talking, we're in communication, but we're focused, this group's focused right now on Toronto. I'm just being honest. Like, we're not looking down the road there. Like I said, we feel we're in a fight right now, and it's an opportunity for us to make some ground here and do something that we haven't been in this position for a little while. And these are meaningful games, and we're just trying to use them as a stepping stone to get to the next part of the season there.
Brad, Donnie said yesterday pretty much everything is on the table between now and the trade deadline. How do you guys stay focused and stay focused on, one game at a time and all that?
I mean, you do it every year. Even in your best years, guys get moved or things happen. So you have no control over things like that, and you really just can't get caught up worrying about it. The biggest thing we've always, every team, sure every team talks about is you got to worry about what you can control and just try to stay in the moment. The team's always going to do what they feel is best and for the group and the best way they can improve the team. That's completely out of our control. So you just can't worry about that.
Does it feel a little more real this year than previous years? Or you kind of knew you probably obviously weren't going to get dealt?
No, not really. Again, every year different things happen with the team and different situations can arise. I think every year is the same. This time, the teams always are looking to improve. If you're a contending team, if you're in the mix, you're always looking to become better. If you're not, then you're looking to sell. So I mean, every year there's a situation that dictates potential changes within the group. So I don't know if you could look back on our team in the last 10, 15 years and say we didn't do something at the deadline. That's part of the game. It's part of the business. It's part that you don't always love, but at the end of the day, that is what it is.
Brad, given your standing and just how long you have been here, do you feel like you do have a little bit of control?
We're obviously in talks. I feel like I understand where I'm at personally, but again, that's going to stay between us.
Do you have a no trade on your contract?
Limited. I think it's maybe 18 or something like that. I think.
What do you want in the future?
I've always planned on playing here my entire career. That hasn't changed. They're aware of that. I think everyone's aware of that. It's a gift to be playing for this team, and I take a tremendous amount of pride in it. That's always been the goal.
Is there an element the next 10 days or so of proving this team's worth adding to?
Yeah, I mean, I think the team has a very good understanding of what the team is, kind of what they're going to do. We're very close to being in a playoff spot, and a lot of teams have caught up in the standings behind us, and we're right there. We have the ability to win games and put ourselves in a good spot in a playoff position. It's going to be a fight to the end, but yeah, if we string some wins together, we're going to be in it, and then you're kind of fighting for your lives down the stretch. So we're right there. It's just going to make every game the rest of the year very meaningful, and sometimes that's a lot of fun. I mean, it's great to have that intensity and that mindset going into every game. We haven't always had that. A lot of years has been, don't get hurt, or we're already looking at who we're going to be playing in the playoffs, and it's just a different mindset this year, but it makes every game entertaining.
The message to pound the puck, or?
Yeah, I mean, just a guy in a spot out there, so just try to get open. We got a lot of good playmakers on this team, and just pound the puck. That's pretty simple. Sorry.
Donnie yesterday was pretty open in saying that pretty much everything is on the table. You're an RFA, a lot of UFAs in the room. How do you stay focused in just taking it, a game at a time here?
I think for us it's trying to look just game by game, small segments throughout the rest of the year. And, I think everybody loves the group we have in this room, and obviously the results haven't panned out the way we'd want them to. But, we're 1 point out of a playoff spot, and I know everybody believes in this room how good of a team we can be when we execute and stick to our strengths and our structure. And You know, it's just trying to get back to that. I think you saw glimpses of that last game, and just try to learn from the things that, you know, we aren't doing very well with right now, and you know, just rely on our structure and just keep going from there.
How is that belief balanced by the fact that now you know that Campus is probably not coming back and Charlie is out indefinitely?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're two huge pieces of our D core, but you know, we got a lot of guys back there that have stepped up all year and played big minutes for us. So, you know, I think for us, it's just a belief in every guy in this room. Everyone's got to have a little bit more of an expanded role. You know, especially our D-men. So, you know, I think our coaching staff does a great job getting guys prepared and you know, just being able to come in every night and you know, do your job, not try to do too much, and like I said earlier, just kind of rely on our structure and you know, just continue to grow our game.
It feels like you guys are teetering around about 2 months. What do you feel maybe you got to prove in the next 10 days, 2 weeks or so to put it on the top?
You know, a lot. I think we got to prove a lot to ourselves too. You know, it's been a roller coaster of a year, it feels like. You know, win 2, lose 3, just kind of up and down. But, you know, I think it's just about trying to stay consistent in our game and bring it night in, night out. I think when we're on, we're one of the better teams in the league, and when we're off, we're not. So just being able to, you know, channel that consistency and prove that we can compete against those playoff teams, I think, can help us put us in a better spot going forward.
We're picking up on Steve's question about the free agents. You've seen all year that this fit's been better than you imagined. Fair to assume you want to be back?
Yeah, I'd love to. I mean, I said it, you know, after the game the other day that, you know, everything about this place is, you know, everything I've dreamed of and more. So the guys in this room, you know, the memories I created, friendships, and me and my wife and my daughter, we love the city too. So, you know, I'd love to be a Bruin as long as I can, but at the end of the day, it's a business, and they're going to make business decisions, and that's above my pay grade. So, you know, I'm just going to go out there and do my job and you know, have fun while I do it.
Disappointed that it hasn't been tied up already?
I mean, they got decisions to make. I don't think I'm more important than anybody else, and like I said, I'm just trying to do my job out there and not get too tied up in that. Obviously, lots of people are, you know, trying to figure out what's going to happen, and that's the nature of the game, I think, here, and it's something that happens every year, and unfortunately this year the Bruins seem to be at the focal point of everybody. So, you know, we're just try to keep it in this room, stay positive, and you know, try to block out the noise. I know it doesn't affect guys too much in here. We're good at picking each other up and, you know, trying to just stick together as a team.
A little bit of a theme coming out of some of the comments that Don had yesterday. I don't know exactly how much of that you saw, but just the next 10 days or so, is it expect the unexpected?
I actually don't know what I haven't.
Said everything's on the table.
Okay.
Not
yeah.
specifically with you, with the whole team.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I have to think. I have to make sure go watch that. But yeah, I don't know. I think we're 1 point out right now. I think these next, you know, few games here is probably a big deciding point for probably them. I don't really know. So these are kind of must wins or must get points, and at the end of the day, we're still 1 point out. But we obviously know that we need to play really well in these last 24 games.
Feels like you've been, you know, teetering right on that playoff line for a couple months now.
Yeah.
Do you feel there's an element of, you know, proving these next 2 weeks or so that you're worth investing in as a team?
Yeah, I mean, I would say, I mean, I'm sure proven to everyone, really. I mean, the fans, to ourselves, and you know, if we can get this thing going, you see it a lot where teams, we've been in the past, maybe been playoff position, know we're gonna be in the playoffs at this point, and you kind of slow down. Maybe you don't play, you play a little more cautious. So this gives us an opportunity to try to go in a different way and maybe get hot and see how far we can go.
Freddie, you've been here forever. I assume you want to stay here?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's been my goal. I really like playing here. I like the guys. I like all the staff and everything.
Disappointed that it hasn't been tidied up already?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of time left. There's still got a lot of time.
So your name's kind of circulated through trade room as well, knowing what your contract situation is. Any thought of just like these could be your last few days here? What goes through your mind if you do get moved?
I haven't really thought like that. I mean, I'm obviously aware of the situation of just everything being a UFA and not having a deal. That's obviously I'm not oblivious to that. But no, I don't think like that. I'm not going to. I don't really. If something happens, then I'll react off that. But I'm not really planning anything like that.
Whenever you're talking about things that can impact, financial, personal life, whatever it is it hard to compartmentalize this time of year?
Not. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I'll look back at it and be like, I wish I had a better year, or wish I scored more goals here and there. But at the end of the day, like, just going playing hockey and having fun, like, I don't know, that other stuff will take care of itself. I feel like it all kind of evens itself out. So I'm not really necessarily worried too much about that. But it's definitely like, I think everyone at this time of year is a little more aware of situations. And I mean, even in years past, you just never know.